Hello, I'm Terry Reed. I chair the Master Planning Initiative here at Atonement. As we started looking at master planning several years ago, it became apparent to us very early on that two of the parts of ministry that we needed to address were hospitality and fellowship. Over the last couple of years, as we've been going through our planning process, many of you told us how important hospitality and fellowship was, and particularly how it was important in this space close to our worship space. We also have come to recognize how first impressions are so important for people entering the church for the first time, and how their decisions to come back or not is based on those first impressions. Currently, the entrance to our church, the Narthex, is a rather uninspiring pass-through area with limited seating and no large comfortable area to socialize. We would like to create a larger, more comfortable gathering space, a fellowship area in the space that is now occupied by our church secretary's office, coat closet, and the associate pastor's office. This new fellowship area will open up the space between the front doors and the sanctuary and the hallway leading to Lundeen Hall to expand our ministry of hospitality and to greet members and newcomers. Through these changes to the Narthex and all this surrounding space, we hope that we can create a more family-friendly environment that's going to meet our needs for hospitality and friendship.
Hello everybody, my name is Ryan. I'm the new senior pastor here at Atonement. From the very first day I set foot on the campus of Atonement, I was very impressed with the Narthex. It's a great space. It's a great space compared to most narthexes in the Lutheran Church. It's a great space compared to the narthex in the old building. But I've come to realize that as good as it is, as a pass-through space, as an entry space, it is not so great in some other ways. One of the things I've noticed is that it can be hard to have one-on-one conversations in the narthex because of this beautiful pointed ceiling in here. It's very echoey, and I'm sure many of you have experienced that same thing. So what happens is that people pass through the narthex and make their way into the hallway that leads to the offices and past classrooms and down to Lundeen Hall. They go into the hallway because it has a lower ceiling, the walls are a little bit tighter, and it feels like an appropriate place to have a one-on-one conversation. One of the things I'm most excited about for this project is that it would finally create some space where folks who want to have those conversations, where they want to catch up with one another, can sit down, be comfortable, feel at home, and enjoy their brothers and sisters for whatever time they have. So one of the things they taught us in seminary is that visitors to your congregation make up their mind about whether they're going to come back way sooner in their visit than we imagine. We think to ourselves that people decide whether they're going to come back based on what they experience in the sanctuary. They hear amazing music and beautiful preaching. We think that's when they're going to make their decision about whether or not they're going to come back. But studies have found that folks make that choice much sooner in the process, sometimes as early as when they pull into the parking lot, many times as soon as they step foot into a gathering space. When folks come into this space, even before they get into a sanctuary-like environment, they should know that they feel welcome and at home, and there's an energy that they feel like they want to be a part of. We know that we have a lot of work to do, and that God and Christ through the Spirit is calling this congregation to grow. And this new space could be a great tool for our evangelism efforts.
I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who abide